Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm decorating the house like normal, but I'm actually in my preteen daughter's space. So I'm going to be in her bathroom and her bedroom, and she decorates just a little bit different than me. I'm more like organic, modern, and she's more boho. So I thought you guys would enjoy this, especially if you have daughters. I thought you would just like seeing her space. It's something different than mine. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm just going to start taking all those things out of her bathroom that I'm no longer wanting to use. And then the shower curtain was key in this space. I've had quite a few in here and none of them have worked well. I have like light gray walls, and I always think of like my doors and trim as white, but it's got a little ivory cream undertone. So when I order like a solid white curtain, it's too white. So when I found this set, I thought it was perfect, and I thought it would look great here in her space. So if you're asking to yourself, what is the boho style? I went ahead and Googled it for you. It says the boho style home decor combines items that are relaxed, bold, and unconventional. And they talk about it has different elements of like colors and patterns and textures. So I really like this style. I feel like it's a youthful play on my organic modern. So I feel like it ties into our house really well. Right here, you're getting a really good look at the old curtain versus the new curtain, and you can tell the new one's got a little bit warmer tone to it. It's not so bright white, and it's still white. You can see here, it still looks nice and clean, but I just feel like it looks a little bit softer in the space, and it goes with all of our like doors and trim just a lot better. So as I'm putting stuff out, you can see there's a lot of texture with this. There's like tassels, there's even textured polka dots. This next rug I'm putting out, you can see it's got different textures and also shapes on it, but it's all still very neutral and calming. So I just feel like it's a win-win because my daughter loves it, but if we have company over or guests and they happen to use her bathroom instead of our powder room, it still looks really nice and put together, and it's not like crazy, bold, and colorful.
Looking in your eyes, I know that all I need is by my side. When everything is wrong, you make it right. The only one who
I felt like once I put this shower curtain up, it finally brought everything together. This is one of those spaces I've just had a hard time decorating. We have like gray walls, but the builder had already chose the floor, and they have a lot of tan in them, which I'm starting to appreciate more now as I go more organic and away from the grays. So I felt like this shower curtain just really brought it all together and made it make sense.
dive into the blue.
I've had this plant for so many years. I'm so proud of myself. I could never keep plants alive until I finally bought a snake plant, and this has been in 2 houses with me. You can see how full she's getting. She's even getting kind of heavy because she's getting so big, but I'm so thankful I've been able to keep her alive for this long. Here is how it's looking now. As soon as Savannah gets home from dance, I highly doubt this plant gets to stay or this one, but that's how I would decorate it for me, so that's why I'm putting it in there for you guys. As you can see, there's still tags on things. Like I said, Savannah's not here, so I'm not taking any of that off until I get approval from the preteen because she has an opinion, but I think this looks so good. I feel like it's grown up and has like sophistication, but it also has like a vibe, which is what the cool kids call it. So it makes sense. So even if a guest comes in here, it's not like hodgepodge, it's not like crazy, but it's also very her style. So I'm happy with it. We'll see what she thinks when she gets here. Like I said, I think this will be the first to go. That'll be the second. But for right now, it looks really pretty. I think I would change this out too for something wicker. So I might try to find something for that area if she'll allow it. it's the next day, and like I said, this plant was removed. And this plant was removed, which is totally fine. I just wanted you guys to see how I would do it. And we did find this piece, so we're gonna take down this plant and hang this there, and then we might hang that plant up there, or we're gonna find things to decorate with this. But I think this will look really good in that spot. But it's just funny how, like, you know your kids so well. I knew exactly what was gonna stay and what wasn't. So when we were out looking for a piece for this wall, I just kept trying to tell myself texture, texture. It couldn't be something really big. It couldn't be something really like deep or wide. And so when we found this, we thought it was the perfect fit. It had a lot of texture. It was white, and then it brought in some of the gold elements we had throughout the bathroom as well. Okay, real quickly, I do want to thank Dreamy for sponsoring this part of today's video. Once we get done with this, we're going to actually head into my daughter's bedroom for decorating, so don't click off yet. But I wanted to share with you their Dreamy Tech W10. It's a self-cleaning robot vacuum and mop. I'm loving things that vacuum and mop for me, and I don't have to do a thing. And so they have this system in here where you have the fresh tank of water and then the dirty tank of water. It is so satisfying to see. If you wait until the end of this section, I'm going to show you how dirty the water gets after just mopping one small area in my house. And guys, I feel like I clean my floors all the time. You'll be shocked how much cleaning this little guy can do. And it does have individual tanks, and they are both 1 gallon each, just in case you're wondering, so you're not like switching out water all the time.
Mop pads installed.
I love how it talks to you so you know exactly what it's doing and when it's finished. It accepts voice commands through Amazon Alexa and advanced functions through the app. What's so nice is you can do it all from like laying in bed. You just have the app on your phone. You tell it exactly what you want to do. The first time it will map your house just so it knows where it's going and what it's doing. And then you can mark off areas where you don't want it to go. So we have like a flat shower where it can get into. Obviously, we don't want it in there, so we can mark that off so it knows to never go into that space. Or say I'm just needing one area clean, like underneath my dining room table, I can just send it over there. It knows what to do, and then it will go back and self-clean itself when it's finished. So thanks again to Dreamy for sponsoring this part of today's video. I'm going to leave their link and information down below in my description box. The next thing we're gonna work on is this fan. We went and picked it up for Savannah. She hasn't had a fan in here, and it's just super hot in Oklahoma. And while this is like cute and aesthetic, she's ready for a fan. So I'm gonna have Chase install that. And then she wanted to change up her room a little bit. So we got these ivy lights. Let me put this down so I can let it focus for you guys. Right there, they're from Target. I'll link them for you down below in the description box if you want them. I can't link the fan because it's from like a local lighting store, but basically she has ivy and she has lights, but she wants them combined. If we used these, they'd be too long, so we don't know if these are gonna stay yet. We're gonna take down this ivy, put these up, and then go from there. This ivy I can link for you too. It's just from Amazon. Let me get up here. We literally just tacked it in there, and you see the green push pins. So if you want to be able to control the distance and how many you want, I suggest getting it from Amazon, because we could just do 5 of these, we could do 6 of them, we could space them out, you can do whatever you need to. When you first open this up on Amazon, it smells horrible, so like open it outside or in the garage and let it air out, but now it's fine that it's in her bedroom. And then once that's done, I'll like tidy up her room and clean it, but there's no reason to make the bed because Chase is gonna be standing on it to put the fan up. Fun fact, this was a decor piece my grandma gave to me, and I used to have it sitting out like on the entryway table, and Savannah wanted it as a light. So we just hung up one of these. It's only fallen once because she like hit it because it's actually pretty heavy. But it was like towards her feet and her head's up there. But you can pretty much make a light out of anything. Luckily, Chase has become a pro at installing lights for me. I feel like I switch them out often. The first couple days we moved into our house, I was already switching out lights that I had picked out for the builder to put in, but I had changed my mind. But he's so handy at it. I will say fans are so much harder, especially if they have like a remote or different things to them. So just keep that in mind. If you don't know what you're doing, you may want to hire somebody because it did not look easy. Okay, so we're unpacking the box, but I opted for one with the remote. I think it was like $20 more.
Yeah.
Because she only has one light switch. Now she could turn it off and on like from the fan itself, but I just thought it would be easier laying in bed. And what's nice is now that we opened it, she can even hit her light from there. So we can either screw this in right here because it has this little holder, but I bet she'll want it by her bed. Now she doesn't have to use this little case. It's only if she wants to hang it on the wall. But if you guys follow my Amazon videos, she actually has a pocket right here in her sheets, and that's where she keeps like her TV remote. She'll probably just keep this right here, and then if she gets scared or wants to get up, all she has to do is hit the light on right there or adjust her fan speed. If you're new here, I am not a fan lover. I mean, I love that they cool us off during the summer, but when it comes to a space, I feel like sometimes it can kill the vibe. I will say fans are getting nicer. I've even had a chandelier before in our last house where it looked like a chandelier and then clear blades came out of it. It was so hard to hang. I will say Chase probably will never hang me another chandelier again or fandelier again in my lifetime because it was so hard for him. But I love that it keeps it cool. I don't mind it for like my daughter's bedroom. I even thought about putting it in our guest bedroom, but the ceilings are super high, so I don't know if it would do much good. But it has been super hot here in Oklahoma. You'll have to let me know the weather of where you are. We've went like 2 months without rain, which is unheard of for Oklahoma, and it's been like 106, 108 every single day. I will be so ready when fall time finally gets here.
Talking in your sleep, said I'm gonna leave right before the red sun rises. Get free tonight, set it all on fire.
It was so funny. We loved our builder. If we ever build, like, I would love to use him again. That's how much I loved him. He's actually like a family friend of Chase's parents, but he's just like an older man. He reminds me of my grandpa that passed away so much. And I remember him walking through the house being like, so you guys don't like fans, huh? And so I always think about that. And as Chase was putting this up, I thought he would be so proud of us. Another thing he said, he came over once and we had painted the whole house white. And he's got like crews that do it, but he put his little hands on his hips and he's like, well, it's a lot of white. And we just laugh about that moment all the time. It's just so funny. We loved working with him, but just seeing this fan just brings back all those memories. Now that we are done hanging the fan and it works first time, which is always nice, we didn't have to unhook anything, we're going to work on her wall of her headboard. So she had ivy here, but she was wanting the ivy with lights, and so we went ahead and picked that up. So I'm just going to take these down, I'm taking the mirror down, and then we'll switch it out real quickly. Adding ivy is a very easy and affordable way to bring texture and just life into your space. So say you're on a tight budget and your kids want a room like this, you would love the ivy. It's so affordable. I literally hang it up with push pins, so you can hang it however you want to, but that's how I do it. And it just adds so much to a wall. So you don't have to come up with expensive art or hang really heavy pieces on your wall. I just feel like this is easier, simpler, and more affordable, and it makes a huge statement. Art can be hard to find, it's expensive, and it's hard just finding your style. And I feel like if you're doing the boho style, ivy is huge in that. You'll see kind of plants and all that throughout the rest of her room. I'll show more of it later. But if you're just looking for a good piece, maybe you don't have a headboard or your kids don't have a headboard, this is amazing. For a while, Savannah didn't have a headboard on her bed, and this made it feel like a really grand headboard, even though she didn't have one. I am a firm believer you can have a nice space on any budget because I have lived it. I've had tiny budgets, I've had medium budgets, I've had big budgets, and honestly, when I have a small budget, it's more rewarding. I get more creative. You just have to get really creative coming up with ideas and making things work, and you will be so proud of yourself when you're done. When you come close, I hope you never disappear. I'll be in it till stars go quitting, and even then I'm with you. When things go dark, I'll be where you. This took us just a little bit to get it centered because we had centered it with the wall, and then we realized her bed wasn't technically centered, so we wanted it centered with the headboard. But like I said, it's a few push pins, so it doesn't take long to do, and then we just tucked the excess behind her headboard. You and me are tethered like forever, ever, ever, yeah. Right before we hung up her mirror, she decided she wanted to move it, so I'm just taking the screws out that were hidden right there with the ivy, and then she's gonna remove the mirror she had over by her desk. And this round mirror had actually been there before, so I already have holes back there, so you're gonna see me here in a second just screw them in. We didn't have to line anything up, we didn't have to do anything because I never filled those because you couldn't see them because her like rectangle mirror was hiding them.
I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks.
So my daughter looks just like my husband, but I'm not gonna lie, she acts just like me. So a day after we filmed this, I had already started editing it, but she took the round mirror down and put up the rectangle one. So just so you guys know, she's already had an itch to switch. I have no idea who she gets it from, but I thought it was funny. She's already in there tweaking things, which you guys know I do all the time.
Nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down.
Just a mom tip here, not even a decorating tip. Kids love to have just comforters. She doesn't have her top sheet anymore because it was driving her crazy, and she said she can make her bed so much easier without it. I brought it up once, like in front of dance moms, and apparently a lot of kids do that. So if you haven't jumped on that bandwagon, take off the top sheet and your kids make their beds more often because it's easier. That's just from one mom to another. I hope it helps someone out there.
Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now.
So here is how everything turned out. It was small little changes, but this is the biggest change, and I think she's gonna love having a fan in here on her at night. Now she loves the sound of a fan, so she has a fan down there for noise, but I think she's gonna like having that one. We were gonna hang up her mirror back up here, but she decided not to. She used to have it over here before, and she wanted it back, so it worked out perfect. I do have some like holes I have to putty and paint, but I will do that later. But I feel like everything looks really good. Here's the remote. It works really, really well. Fan works. But now I'm gonna turn off like the big light and make sure all the lights are on so you can see what it looks like in the evening time and when she goes to bed. Before I turn on like her LED lights that like make it look blue, I wanted to show it to you this way so she can have like all the lights on, or she can just have like on these twinkle lights. I know my camera's not super clear right now. It's really hard for it to do dark places. But now I'm gonna turn on this guy over here, which I'll link for you, she loves, and then the lights around her door, and that's when it's like the best vibe. This is my favorite setting of all. So I love that she has like a galaxy on her ceiling, and then these are IKEA lights. You can buy them anywhere though, and they do change colors. So you can do it where they keep like rotating, or you can do it where they just pick a color. So this is the blue setting. I know it kind of looks purple on camera, and it looks even better in here when there's no sunlight coming in, but you can tell right now it's just a super cool vibe. It's super easy to do. This entire room is pretty much Amazon, and I feel like kids, especially preteens, just love this style right now, but I'm definitely liking that better. And then the mirror over there, and then she will enjoy the fan tonight. But both of her spaces look like they're getting accomplished and we're making progress. It's amazing those just little changes can really help just bring a space together.
I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my break.
You'll have to let me know what you guys think about Savannah's bedroom. Do you like it? Do you like it better where it's like white and neutrals and calming, or do you like it at night when it's like blues and purple and galaxies? You guys would probably think I would choose the neutral one, but I love walking past her room and seeing this vibe. I mean, I could totally sleep in a room like that. It's so calming to me. It kind of makes me jealous, and I kind of want to get the galaxy light for my bedroom as well.
When I'm in this town, look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you learned something new. Let your kids watch it. They may get inspired to clean their rooms and decorate them. And if they love their space, they're going to take care of it. And I do want to thank Dreamy again for sponsoring today's video. I'm going to have their link and coupon code and everything you need down below in the description box. So thank you guys so much for watching. Share it with a friend because it helps me out. Give it a like, comment down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.